Alrighty then, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it happens to be in your wonderful part of the world. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again to the Dead Aussie Gamers channel, and welcome to Curse of Strahd. Now, first of all, I'd like to give a very special shout out and thank you to Ardana. Hello, welcome all you lovely, wonderful and amazing cupcakes for joining us for this gothic horror adventure. We are playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition with these wonderful people, our Patreons who support the channel, show us tons and tons and tons of love, and of course allow me to do this crazy thing I now call an occupation. Joining me today are, of course, Neil, otherwise known as Immersion Diversion, playing the role of the elderly but rather wizened Goliath chronomancer Vagag. How you doing, Neil?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing splendiferously, thank you. Joining us as the paladin, dragonborn, mighty protector of the skull of his ancestors is none other than the delightful Iron Ghost gamer, Charles. Hello, Charles.
How's it going? How's it going, Mike?
Doing great, mate. How are you?
Doing fantastic.
Awesome, awesome. And of course, the delightful and lovely Esther, a changeling cleric and guardian of many of the esoteric and supernatural magics that lie within Barovia, played by the wonderfully enchanting McKinley. Good evening, good morning, whatever time it happens to be. Mac, how you doing?
Okay, how are you?
I am fantastic, thank you. Now, we do have Tim joining us in just a few minutes as Domiro, our satyr bard. But for the time being, however, I would like to welcome you guys properly. So, for those of you who are here, by the way, Karen, I see you lurking. I hope that you managed to get some of your house cleaning done. If you don't, then I hope that I was the distraction because, that's just how I am. I'm a diva. I like attention on me. Yeah, it's like, people trying to listen and do other things. Yeah, good luck. No, I'm teasing. All right. So yeah. Now, guys, if you are watching in this audience and you have not been in my channel before, then first of all, welcome here. Guys, I am doing a live play D&D game, but I don't like my audience sitting down, chilling out, and just kind of, watching us have a good time. I want to have a good time with you guys, so I'm inviting you to step behind the GM screen and play this game with me. Now, there are a number of ways that you can influence the course of the game. The first and most easiest one is stay in chat. Just hang out. I have got chat opened, and I am watching it with a hawk eye. Any cool ideas, any thoughts, or any questions that come up, I'm usually pretty quick to respond if I can. Alternatively, guys, if you want, you can spend channel points, or dag dollary dues as I like to call them, to influence the course of the game. There are a bunch of different things that you can do, so, feel free to have a bit of fun with it. Things like plot twists, for example, allow me to draw from a deck of random plot twists to alter even the very course and nature of the game itself. Alternatively, guys, if you want to, feel free, again, but no obligation, to donate to the stream. Now, if you do so, pretty much based on the level of donation, we will add a bunch of different stuff. Donations of about $5-10. We'll throw in a hero point or an inspiration to someone, all the way through to like $50, where I will make you an NPC and we'll throw them through there. Wait, I thought I'd leave the PC and go painting minis. Yeah. You can, absolutely. But, you'll end up typing. You'll end up typing stuff. You will. All right.
Painted keystrokes.
Now, without any further ado, I'm going to give my lovely audience a couple of warnings. The first is, of course, that this is Curse of Strahd, and Curse of Strahd obviously is a gothic horror adventure. Please be aware of this as we go. There is going to be a rough, mature warning. I mean, we're going to try and keep it a soft M, but today's game may possibly get graphic, so I will give another warning when we do that. We need a channel point rule when Dag dresses up like Crocodile Dundee. You know what? I will probably put one in where I will do the thick Aussie accent at some point or another, just for the laugh. We'll have like a timer or something. Yeah, we'll do something like that. That'll be fun. Also, hi Tass. Good morning. Good evening. Yes. All right. So there is a mature warning in effect for Curse of Strahd. But yeah, you guys will have fun. It's always fun. All right. Without any further ado, let us cast our minds back into the lands of Barovia. All right. No, that's too brave. Too brave. Let's back it up a bit. Back off a bit, mate. Come on. Here we go.
Back it up. Back it up.
All right. Beautiful. Hopefully you guys can hear that all right. Perfect. All right. Now, our journey commences along the far western plains of Barovia, where our heroes had found themselves traveling through a portal forged in Strahd's castle and cast into the city of Krezek. There, they found a strange abbey run by mutant hybrids, amalgams of creatures and man, put together, you suppose, by the hand of a wicked creature known as the abbot. Now, after escaping, or should I say, being graciously escorted off the premises, our heroes found themselves in the city where they were confronted by an unruly mob. They managed to convince the mob that they meant no harm, but managed to only speak quietly with the Burgomeister about how things have just gone from bad to worse since the rise of the abbot and the horrible sounds and monsters that lurked within. Now, our heroes decided to try and prove themselves worthy to the people of Barovia and the people of Krezek specifically by purifying the wellspring belonging to Saint Markovia, a patron to this town before her war against Strahd, where she inevitably and unfortunately fell. After dealing with the strange rabbit-like creature and tendriculous monster, our group used the horn of an Amaraj to purify the wellspring and once again put blessings upon the town, and they were celebrated for their acts of heroism. Now, as you arrive back at the home of the Burgomeisters, you can hear the sounds of a scuffle going on inside. It seems as though the couple appear to be arguing over something pertaining to some strange guests who apparently are overstaying their welcome in the town. I've told you once, if not, I've told you 1,000 times. These people are not to be trusted. They must be let loose. We must send them on their way. But, dear, if we were to let them go, then what is to say that the next guests wouldn't be able to do something to help our town? Hope is something we truly need. Hope. Bah! Oh, that's not them. Hold on. Let's see.
They got older all of a sudden.
They did. They did. Yeah, I'll find them. That's fine. Anyway, yes, they proved themselves at the very least. I mean, they could have very easily turned on the crowd and killed everyone there, but they didn't. Oh, yes, no, dear, and we should give them a medal for it. Well, no, that's not what I'm saying at all, my dear. I'm just simply stating that at this point, they kind of, Eve, that was her name, looks towards the door, and she shushes her husband. The door opens, and she stands out, looking over at you. Oh, it's you again.
I'm sorry if we've caused any misunderstandings. We've cured the well or the lake.
She looks to you and says, You've what?
We've purified the lake.
What do you mean you've purified the lake?
Well, we found we happened to find a wand to purify water, and we managed to purify it. There was a tentacle trunk creature thing poisoning it, And when we purified the water, it also took that thing with it. So
The old
we won't have
man,
to worry about that
the
anymore.
the old man speaks up. But I'm sure we send many men and women to the lake before. No such creature has ever been seen.
We actually have proof. I think Esther, you had the one, right?
I think I gave it back to Argento.
Mm.
Oh yeah, because you
Yeah.
wanted the horn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So I
please show
produced the
them.
wand. I basically pull it. I've had it hidden in the bag, and I pull it out and say, here's the creature's horn that we use. Nifty little thing.
What was the name of it again?
An Amaraj.
The Amaraj. The Amaraj.
They hold the they put their hands out to receive the wand that you have made.
I just give them a uncertain look. I don't want to part ways with it.
They
Just kind of hold it.
The old man takes it very gently from your hands. As he does so, he looks at it and inspects it, and he says, "Then, what you say is true. The well has been clear. The curse has been lifted. With this, our crops will once again grow. With this, our town may start to heal. I scarcely know what to say. Thank you. Thank all of you."
You're very kindly welcome.
You see his wife suddenly fall to her knees. She starts to bawl and cry. He hands Argento back the wand and then embraces his wife. You can tell that he's kind of fighting back tears as well, as he says, "Please, I know it's not much, but would you perhaps stay here with us just for the evening while we prepare a proper send-off, a proper thank you?"
Of course. Are you guys willing to stay? Just for the day or for the rest of the night? I think it's kind of late, isn't it?
It is quite late. It is getting on. Esther?
I was saying hi to Tim.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Well,
I was saying hi to Tim.
Oh.
Just wave my hand.
Oh.
Behold!
We have a Tim. Wah! Demiro poops into the room. And, oh gosh!
All right, so the question was, do you guys wish to spend the night and stay while they show their gratitude for you clearing the well and cleansing it, thus restoring their crops and their livelihoods?
I would love to.
Does it involve food, drink?
Yes. Though we have...
Demiro's favorite.
Oh, we would most love the hospitality, and I could get to know some of you.
He,
Demiro, you've been getting to know them the whole time. You've been at their cottage while we went to the lake.
all right.
I can get to know them a bit more personally.
Demiro has definitely worked up a sweat and needs a well-deserved rest. All right.
He's been talking too much.
All right. So, with that, the next few hours go by relatively quickly. Vigag, Argento, Demiro, and Esther, you rest in the quarters provided to you by the Burgomeister and his wife. They, meanwhile, go through town, spreading word of your valiant efforts and the fact that the town is now freed of the brackish water that once plagued them. As preparations begin in the town square for a lavish feast, it's not hard to see that these people have been quite underfed. Noticing that most of the feast, as it were, is very much just dried proteins and the like, probably gathered from the rivers and the fishing towns. Even the actual drink and the wine that is provided is in relatively short supply. The feast that is provided probably would only feed maybe 8 people quite well. The town of 30 who have come out to thank you have all kind of brought a little piece of something to kind of offer as recompense.
Thank you, Karen.
They say, no, thank you. We're really sorry we tried to lynch you when you came into town. We really thought you were with that Looney Tune abbot up at the abbey.
Quite a
The
normal
mistake is
reaction.
quite understandable. I mean, we weren't exactly against him yet, so
Well. Well, I hope that you are now. He's definitely a sorry sot, and played no small part in acting like a vulture and a buzzard. After poor Lady Markovia fell and Strahd cursed us, he moved straight in and started using the horrible contaminations for his wicked experiments, offering nothing but despair for us.
well, that doesn't sound like a fair exchange at all.
No.
I understand your anger.
Well, you have been most gracious, and you have told us of your plight. We don't have much, but we can provide you with at least some sundry supplies, as well as a wagon and fresh draft horse to help you return to the castle, if that is, of course, still what you wish.
Oh, yeah, we are trying to make our way back to the castle Ravenloft. But if there's anything else you'd like us to help you with while we're here, go ahead and name it.
You have already done so much for us. There is nothing we could ask, only that you travel safely, and should you ever find yourself here, that you would stop and accept our hospitality yet again. Hopefully, the next time you stop by, we will be in full prosperity.
Next time we stop by, we shall do our best to help you with the abbey as well. I don't feel they're quite up to par with what might be dealt with.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. They show you to basically, you will spend a long rest, having eaten, drunk your fill, resting once again in the Burgermeister's hut before you wake up in the morning to a lovely wagon that has been prepared for you. A beautiful brown and almost like cedar wood coated mare is pulling this quite sturdy looking wagon filled with some supplies for you.
Really generous,
Oh.
considering the expense of this at First Town.
Again, we can't put a price on you saving our town by giving us fresh water. Without it, we were simply just dying. But now you've provided hope, and there is no real price for that, especially in the lands of Barovia.
True.
Now, if it is Strahd that you seek, then there is perhaps something else we can offer, or at least something we can tell you. They lean in close, almost as if to hide any prying ears from listening. Leaning in close. Now, as you know, Saint Markovia sought to rid the world of Strahd, fighting back against him, using whatever weapons and tools at her disposal, along with a great number of our children. They were taken from this city, but she was not acting alone. There is another who stands against Strahd. We never found out what happened to this individual, but we know that he resided in a place not far from here. His name was Van Richten, a noteworthy hero from another place altogether. He made many discoveries surrounding Strahd and used this knowledge to coerce Lady Markovia into action. If you truly seek to stand against Strahd, then here, take this with you. She hands you a map of Barovia, and has marked on your map the location of Van Richten's tower.
Thank you very much.
Well, while we cannot guarantee he's still there, perhaps there is something that remains that may come to your aid.
Anything that helps is, well, anything, even a clue as to how to defeat Strahd is helpful. So this is very useful.
We hope so. Jenny's safe.
If you don't mind, can I ask you a question?
But of course.
Before us, have there been any other outsider visitors?
They look at each other. Best not to ask questions to which the answers may be harder for some.
Okay, I was just wondering. I'm looking for some people that came into Barovia before us, and
They interrupt you. They say very few new arrivals make it here.
Okay. Just making sure. Thank you for the info.
They kind of go back and move towards the town once again, and the town life seems to start, going back into into the state it was. People now excitedly gathering water and supplies and looking to retill the land surrounding the village. Argento, Demira, and Esther. Before you leave town, you all have an opportunity to ask, talk, interact in any way you would like to before we leave.
I do have a question, but first, something with fantasy grounds for me. Sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. Well, just go with it while we load up fantasy ground. What's your question?
Let's see. Is there any distinct path you would take? Any routes we should avoid as we travel?
Well, I can say this. If I were you, I would keep my eyes trained to the north. For in the north, the forests are run and dwelt by the werewolves. They dominate this area, and they seek out, the living. The walls here, for the most part, protect us, but not always.
You know what would be the best defense against those types of creatures?
We have a saying. There is no problem that can't be solved with a very big rock. As you kind of, as Demira, you kind of chuckle at that notion. They kind of look towards the center of town, where you can actually see there's a very big rock with a wreath around it. Just smashed into the ground. It's like the size of a boulder. Looks like someone dropped a catapult round, on top of something.
Didn't have any Goliath.
Quite a large rock.
It's a
They
bit.
do a rock.
Yeah, that's it. All right.
Goliath
Now, if you got any spares,
Very giant rocks.
Fresh out, I'm afraid.
I do wonder if you know who made this map or when it was made.
Well, actually, this was one of the maps we recovered from Markovia's house when, after she went missing, we didn't see that she needed it anymore. We wanted to make sure that others wouldn't follow in her suit, so we, in our haste, got rid of much that she kept in regards to the attack on Strahd, save for, of course, the map you now hold.
Such a thing seems a very rare commodity in Barovia.
It is, mostly because there are very few foolhardy enough to travel its entire length, enough to make a reasonable map. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take a quick moment to thank Dazzle Sunstrider. G'day, Daz. How you doing? For a plot twist redemption. Now, what this means is that I will now go through my deck of plot twists and pick 2 random cards. Dazzle, you will then choose one of these random cards to be applied to the game, and we'll see what we get. So, our 2 cards are... Ooh, okay, we've got the plot twist card Greed and Save the Day. Those are our 2 cards, Greed and Save the Day.
They both sound good.
Yeah, they both sound pretty good.
I do have one more question for them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Have they heard of the name Sir Lancelot?
Sir Lancelin. Yes, of course. There is very few in these parts that have not heard this name. Sir Lancelin was a great protector of the towns and would often travel with caravans moving supplies to and from. He is one of the, if not the, mightiest and most vigilant of the knights that try to protect the lands of Barovia.
Okay, then I'm not so worried that he didn't come with us through that portal, because he'll probably survive better than we can.
Meanwhile, back in Barovia, we now cut to Castle Ravenloft, deep within the bowels of Castle Ravenloft, where all of a sudden, we now see
Oh, yes, I will take this elevator.
we now see Sir Lancelin, who is like inside the basement of Strahd's castle, the NPC by himself. And what he's doing is he's sitting down. He's got his shield on the floor. He's got his sword on the floor. He's kind of like looking at the fire, and he goes, "Blue skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. Stuck in the bowels of Strahd's castle, but still got a happy face. I wonder if my friends are okay. Yeah, I'm sure they're pretty fine.
Even with any food?
Nope. No.
We're gonna come back and he's just gonna be there like, why?
There you go. Yeah, so Lancelin's still stuck in Strahd's basement. Okay.
That's funny.
So.
Well, it could be worse. He could be stuck in Strahd's attic.
AVP bot. I love that one. I love that one. The next version of Strahd, next rendition of Strahd is a gnome.
He did leave us with a message. Or Esther, you brought that up to us, right? About the message that he had given you or put in your pocket.
It was a bookmark with something engraved in it, with writing engraved in it.
Did you show that to us, right?
I think it did, yeah.
Okay. I probably pull the bookmark out and just say, do you know what this writing would mean? It says something about the land of the mirror of Strahd's castle or something. A building mirroring his castle.
They both look at the language and both look at each other. They then shake their head. I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid we don't.
Okay, just wanted to know if maybe it was maybe an area like on the edges of Barovia that he might have been talking about. But thank you very much.
All right. They both nod and will obviously let you get to your journey. All right. Now, our heroes find themselves upon the old Svalic. The old Svalic Road.
Answer correctly, we'd have to rip out your tongue.
All right.
You hear the sounds of the Raven River nearby as the horse begins to clop, taking you away from the village. The door opens behind you. As they say, "Open the gates! Open the gates!" You trot out and begin to make your way following the road to the east. Now, it is up to you as to where you would like to go from here. As you can see on the map, which I will now share with you, you will follow the road until you come to the large bridge, at which point you will cross the Raven River and come to a couple of intersections. The first on your right seems to talk of a wizard of wines. Not entirely sure what that is, but that is what is to the south of where you are. Continuing onwards, you see a path leading you down and through the hillsides, down towards the Amber Temple and okay, yeah, give me a break here. Even look, I speak with an Australian accent. Okay, there's like I can barely speak English. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try this. All right.
Little Lake.
Solenka
Yeah.
Pass. There you go. Okay, I got there.
Solenka.
Yeah. Now the next turn off, you could see
Oh,
off.
that mountain just there?
That is the ruins of Berez.
No, above that.
Oh, above that, that is the Kazan's Tower. Yeah, right there. Okay, fine. No, actually, so,
Argento.
so
For a sec, I read Argento.
okay, but according to the map, the road to the north will lead you to Kazan's Tower, which is what is marked as Van Richten's place of location on the map.
And is that also the area they said beware of?
No, you were told to beware of these Svalek
north.
woods, all the way to the north.
Yeah.
Everything to the north here is basically, danger.
So it's pretty close.
Yeah. Now, Argento, according to the map, you notice something that is of interest to you. And that is, of course, Argensvolfholt.
Argentvost.
That one.
Argento Holtz.
All right. Now, it is up to you as to whether or not you want to share your information regarding it, or if you want to let that be. But nonetheless, that is of interest to you, as you now know where that is. And of course, continuing on, you would eventually reach the Luna River. Crossing over, you will find yourself in the familiar town of Valaki, where Vagag, you know that you have one of your students still remaining.
Yeah.
And then, of course, continuing to follow that road, you'll eventually lead to Castle Ravenloft. So those are the choices and the paths in front of you. I will give you the next, say, 5 minutes or so to discuss freely and openly as to where you would like to go.
I like the idea of getting some kind of form of defense against Strahd. So I feel like we should go to Van Richten Tower.
Well, I mean, it might not be defense against him, but it's at least knowledge about him.
Yeah. The same thing. Knowledge.
We still really
power.
don't know very much at all about Strahd.
Knowledge is power, so it's the same. But yes, you are quite correct. Argento, where are you pointing on the map? Is that Argent down there?
Yes, that must be the place. I can't think of any other. The dragon's name was Argentvost.
Sure.
So I'm assuming this is his castle that I must go to eventually. But
Would that be with the skull, though?
I think I need to return to get the skull. At least we know where to take it now. I don't have to traipse around the lands with a skull.
So
on my
maybe
back.
we come back here later with the skull.
Yes, maybe that's a better solution, because I don't really know what's there. I just know I need the skull for anything. I think to really
You
do
think
anything
this might
with
be
it.
where the skull might belong, right?
Well, yeah, the vision told me to return the skull to his castle, which I'm assuming this is where it is. So I
Well,
don't
we
know
can
what
always-
else
we
is
can-
there.
We could always check out his castle if there's anything there. Clear it out. That way, when we come back, we know there won't be anything there unless someone's in while we're gone. And then I want to go back to Valaki, see if we can fix the overwhelming happiness there.
Yes.
Also my
Let's beat that
students being
overwhelming. Let's defeat that overwhelming happiness.
But yes, my student being stuck there as well. I want to get her out, and maybe she can help us as well. Esther, did you
Um,
have something?
I was just going to say real quick. So, um, overall, I'm in favor of going east to, just because we don't know anything about what lies south, and it may not be best to
True. Okay.
kill off the point.
So
But-
maybe we'll go. Okay, that works.
But would we want to go to? Would we want to take the route off the road and go to the tower whenever we may not be able to gain access to it, and then have that sort of time where we've lost time getting back?
I
Or
see.
which do y'all prefer?
You're saying we should avoid that one castle first because we might lose time coming back up around.
On the tower, the Richtens.
Yes.
Oh, Van Richten's? Well, I was thinking we
we're
go
kind
to.
of leaving Yester Hill, aren't we?
I figured we could go to Van Richten's tower first, if that's what your plan was, Esther.
I was saying, would we want to risk going to a place where, I mean, if it's a tower, I'm guessing there's defenses or at least not easy entry. Would we want to risk going there and then having to go back and then basically just losing time, or are we set on going to the tower?
Well, the tower is on the way to Ravenloft.
Mhm.
You're talking about the Van Richten's tower, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
we pass by it. It's a fair journey back to Ravenloft anyway. It's surely a few hours. So Tam will survive, I hope.
So yeah, well, I'm thinking we could go to Van Richten's tower, and then we decide from there if we want to go to Argent Vosshalt.
Well,
Tower.
I guess the question is for me is what do we try to achieve from Van Richten's tower?
Clues is how
Who
to.
is Van Richten? I don't even know who he is.
Clues is how to defeat Strahd. He's the person who has been studying Strahd the longest and the most.
Plus, we're
I would
not
say
sure if
that-
he's there or not, so he could actually help us too.
Well, I would say he's probably the most reliable place to go at this minute because I don't know what's at Argent Voss.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold
Plus, if
and
it's home
besides,
to a dragon, it could be more dragons.
Well, there is a good chance that if
Like,
if Van Richten has all the knowledge that they claim he does on Strahd, then he will also have knowledge on his previous battles, such as
yes,
with the dragon.
I agree. I think my only mission at this stage is to kill Strahd. He is evil, and I must make him pay for the things that he has done to. I know all. I know all I need to know about Strahd in order to
True.
say that he is the number one enemy for me at the moment. So, if Van Richten can help us, then that is where I would like to go. So,
Yeah.
Argent
Okay.
Vosholt can come at a later time for me. I don't.
True.
I
Plus, then we
feel
can
for
come
me
back
that's
with
more
the-
of a that's correcting a right from my past. It's more of taking a member of my family to its final resting place more than anything else. But Van Richten seems to be the one who may help us achieve that as well.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
your kind of. That's your
Oh
consensus.
no, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. It says, I fear if we continue this conversation much longer, we are going to pass the tower before we decide.
Oh yeah, look. Oh no, didn't we like stop to like?
Oh, look,
decide
there it
this
is, right there. What do you know?
Well, it's right here. We might as well invest.
Well,
Yeah, okay.
you have been traveling.
look.
You have been traveling for a fair while, as you have been making reasonable headway. You have traveled. I'm going to say, in the time for this conversation, about 2 miles. So you're about halfway there, which is fine. As you do so, I would like for you guys to make a. Actually, you know what? No, you guys can just hear this.
It's like a scene from Deliverance. Don't think I want to go down that road.
All right.
Was that a siren call or a howl?
It sounded like werewolf. The werewolves they might have been talking about.
All right. Hearing the sounds of howling in the wind, you begin to hasten very quickly. The horse nervously agrees as you begin to make your way towards the west.
East?
East.
Oh, it's west going. North,
I don't know my
west.
directions. Yes. You're coming from the west. It's always journey to the west, you know? Like, that's what gets stuck in my head is everyone goes west. Doesn't matter where you're heading. You're actually going west. Anyway, as you begin to make your way, eventually you come to the bridge crossing the Raven River. The horse is sure-footed and manages to keep quite stable. However, as you start to make your way across, I need everyone to make me a perception check, if you would please.
5. No, 6. Sorry. Nice.
Very nice, very nice. And Demiro?
There it is.
Nice.
Awesome.
We just all look at the gog, and then we look at whatever's happening.
All right.
I'm just looking under the.
We turn his head to look.
I'm just looking with my eyes. I'm not looking with my head.
Demiro, as you approach, you can see that underneath the bridge, the large, hulking figure of a familiar troll.
Oh my god!
It is Gorgut, the troll that you had first killed upon arriving and entering Barovia. You can tell because one of his arms is particularly discolored, having been reformed with new flesh around the stump when you ripped off the arm and then burnt and slew the rest of his body. As he stands, he is hiding in the shadows just beneath the bridge, and he seems ready and poised to pounce, to grab hold of your horse as soon as it passes over. He has not noticed that you have seen him, and the ambush is still in preparation.
I will call out to him.
What do you...
Why, hello there, our green friend who greeted us so warmly when we arrived.
As he says that, his eyes turn towards you. They grow alarmed, realizing the ruse is up. He roars and leaps onto the bridge. As he flings himself forward, you hear this very heavy... Now, I do apologize. Please let me know if you cannot understand me.
We meet again, fleshbags.
We do indeed. It has been some time. How have you been?
Well, I'm more together than I was last time we met. But it won't go the same way. I'm stronger, bigger, and hungrier than last we met. And I'm gonna eat you,
Bring your hands over.
horns and bones and all.
Oh, well, that's not friendly at all. I mean, last we met, you were quite harmless.
We're bodiless moses.
Well, you ain't crossing my bridge. No way, no hows.
Well, if it is your bridge, we could just go around.
No one goes around my bridge. They only go over it or under it. And I'm betting that I'm gonna put you under it.
That seems
Well, I
like a
mean,
very
as they say, where Argento comes from, them's fighting words.
Mm.
What was that, Esther?
All right, Esther.
Um,
Oh, okay.
it's okay. Oh, down here, it's fine. Don't worry.
Mm.
Okay. In which case, we will go into initiative as the troll. Oh, his name is Garglegort. I even made him as an NPC.
Garglegort.
His name is Garglegort. That was it. All right. Garglegort
I was just,
is here. Yes.
I just thought it's a very ineffective bridge.
Oh, not my bridge. He takes 10 psychic damage. All right. Vagag, you're up first. Now, you guys are about 20 foot away from his current position. The horse is, of course, in front of you. He is, as far as you can tell, unprotected and brandishes no weapons that you can see.
Can Argento make a re-roll on his initiative?
Yeah.
Yes, you may.
No.
Well done. There you go.
Advantage, right? So you take the other one better.
Yep, perfect. All right. You're kind of looking around going, where's me bloody weapon?
Yeah.
It was right here a
It's
second
back
ago. All right.
Okay. Taking the.
Dazzle has redeemed a reroll, meaning... okay, now I'm going to play it this way just because I can, and I feel like only Argento is going to do this. Argento, you may reroll. However, any of the other players may also choose to reroll because this is an initiative roll.
All right.
Okay. What is mine?
Yeah, it's a little
Mine
better.
too. I'm gonna keep mine actually. I'm pretty high.
All right, there you go. There you go.
I just moved up one.
Goggle Gort sounds like a mouthwash. It does. It does. I think when we made it, we were saying like, what's the sound that you make when you try to chew marbles? Goggle Gort. Yeah, and that just ended up as yeah, that's what we called him. That's the name. All right. So Vagag, you're up first. Also, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Pulling out my stopwatch. I'm going to channel my arcane energy into it, place it against Argento's back, click it, and he's going to feel haste as I cast haste on him.
All right. Haste, eh?
Yeah.
Very well. Okay. With a haste, your body begins to electrify and zap. Suddenly they begin to flow and move rapidly as you are now hasted. Well done. Also, Eric has pointed out something which I totally agree with. I don't know why or when I put 5k as the reroll. I think that was a placeholder. So I'm going to do it this way. Everyone is going to gain an inspiration from that. So let me just very quickly, go over the channel points. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, so plot twist is 2005. Yep. Reroll. Okay, so I'm going to change that to group inspiration. Grant inspiration to all members of the group for 5k. Yes, because that was very silly. And I think I was going to have 1.5k as... Sorry, I really shouldn't be doing this during a game, but I need...
You're good.
Yeah. Re-roll. A player or GM gains a reroll. Oh, crunch my teeth. That was a good one. I like that one. All right, cool. There we go. And
all right, so Argento for you. I will just bring this up then while Michael's doing it. Until the spell ends, which it's concentration 1 minute, so 10 turns. Until the spell ends, your speed is doubled. You gain a +2 bonus to AC. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws, and you gain an additional action on each of your turns. So you get 2 attacks on an action if you do an attack.
What if I have 2 attacks already? Do I get a third one?
No, you get 4.
Oh, okay.
Because you get 2 actions. So if you use 1 action to attack, and you could use an action to like disengage or something.
Yeah. Because I already have 2 attacks. I already have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
So if you use the second action to also attack, you would get another 2 attacks.
Nice.
And that's concentration for me up to a minute. So if I fail a concentration,
it's,
then it'll go away.
It says one weapon attack only.
Oh, one. Oh, that action can be used only to take the attack. Oh no, so yeah, it gains an additional action on each of its turn. That action can only be used to take the attack. One weapon attack only. Oh, okay, gotcha. Dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. I thought you could use it to take like 2 attacks. So you'd have the
It
original.
used to be,
and then you-
it used to be like just extra attacks and stuff. Now it's
Oh, okay. Dang.
All right.
Well,
How many
you still
attacks
get
do I
you-
get now? Just the 2?
You still get the 2, then yeah. But you do get a +2 to AC. Your speed is doubled. And
well, no.
have
If you
advantage
used
on
it,
that.
you could have 3 attack. You'd have 3.
3.
Oh, it does. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, you do get a 3 then.
All
So
right.
I have the 2 that I normally get plus the extra.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Demiro, it is next to your turn as Vigargas casts his spells, the arcane magics weaving around Argento, electrifying his body and hastening him. What do you wish to do?
I will do the opposite and cast slow on Argento. No.
Very well. Argento, all the electricity flows out of your body.
Damn it.
I'll just keep ribbing him and confusing him and to try to
You casting vicious mockery?
slow his movements. No,
Okay.
I've already viciously mocked him enough, I think.
Very well. Okay. You begin to insult him and throw a series of barbs at his way. However,
Oh.
he is too.
But I'll
he-
use unsettling words to try and get a D8 to make him fail. So like an anti-inspiration.
Sure. All right. You mean to get a. Yep, so that'll cause him to
Ooh.
fail.
Awesome.
All right. Does that mean he's slowed?
Yeah.
Very well. As you begin to continue to cut his jib, he begins to slow, and you kind of. It's almost like being punch drunk as he's just.
Drunk. What did
All right.
you do to me?
All right. Esther, it is your turn next.
Alright, so we're kind of, so us four are kind of like basically huddled in a sense, and we have the cart behind us or something,
Yeah.
or we. Sounds good.
Mhm.
And I asked everyone real quick, kind of in a not a hush tone, but just like only to them. We aren't planning on going hand to hand, right?
I mean, Argento might, but
Hmm.
Are you playing the punch? Are you playing the punch?
Hmm. I plan to smash him.
Okay. Well then.
I mean, if he's as hardy as he was before, we don't have to kill him. He'll still be alive. It'll just so Argento can go all out.
I'm sure
This
you'll find
is
another
why I
bridge to
kill
leap
people.
under until it comes fast.
I take out my flask of alchemist fire. Are you sure?
I believe we may need that
Yes.
to finish the job.
I mean, like,
I'm
Um,
happy to do whatever.
so you said so if they're within 20 feet, then I can make a ranged attack, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I have my inspiration as well. And what would slow have any effect on ranged attacks, by the way?
It will give him a minus to his AC, which is already applied. Also, thank you for the
Okay.
follow, Spellhawks Press.
Okay. How do I make a just basic ranged attack real quick? If I don't have a ranged weapon, what would be the best way to do that?
You could do a dex.
Yeah, just make a
ability,
just
right?
make a dex roll with your. Yeah, just make a dex roll. You're fine. I'll do the calculations.
Okay.
Yeah, you hit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you hit. All right, you lob this small bottle as it explodes on his person. Roll a d6, please.
Oh, it's a D4, I believe.
Roll a d6, please.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm teasing.
Michael has made the call.
All right, you do it. All right, Esther, how do you overarm or underarm, or do you like peg it at his face? Like, how do you throw it?
I don't think I'm gonna go softball with it. Just like
Granny throw, 2 arms, just like sort of. All right.
The underhand. Here you go, Sonny.
If we're holding it like a while and it has the kind of like bigger top, then I would, over. I think.
All right, very well.
How is it like a beaker type?
I imagine they're kind of like a softball almost, you know, with like a.
Oh, it's.
Yeah, it's kind of what I imagine.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I'm really working it out myself because.
The Esther just spits this. Just.
I'll go with
And Esther steps up to the pitch. Dun 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 dun.
It would almost be. It wouldn't be like Chuck. It would be like a.
Yep. So it's kind of like it's kind of like you kind of like throw it with a bit of a whip and a curve to it. As you throw it,
like a curve spiral.
All right. As you throw it, the impact hits it directly. Almost like a blossoming rose of brightly colored flames erupts in the center chest of the creature. It shuts its eyes and begins to basically just try to swat the flames away out of fear and terror. So. Not only has it done damage, but for a moment it is blinded. A moment that is going to be seized upon, maybe, by Argento, who is hasted. Argento,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
I'm going to take the Warhammer and basically sprint. How close are we, by the way? How far is he?
He's about 20 foot away from you.
Okay, yeah. So I can haste run up to him with the Warhammer and basically, I want to use. Now, quick question: If I use smite, is that for every attack that hits, or just the first? Is smite on every attack, or just the first attack?
If I'm not mistaken, it's smite on every attack.
Regardless if it's so, if I use divine smite and every attack I hit, I can use divine smite.
That is correct. Until it is dead.
Okay, so I'll do my bonus action to do divine smite, which is different from my searing smite. So it's for every hit. I think it's 3d8 extra if I hit.
Yep.
And I will basically attack it 3 times with the Warhammer.
Very well.
So yeah, let's go for.
All right, you walk up and you just start laying into him. Let's see what happens.
16.
You can roll the dice onto the combat tracker if you would like.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Nope, that's okay.
So the first one's 16, though. Did I miss?
16 will... Bum, 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 bum. Let's see. 16 will hit.
Okay. Do you want me to do the... Do you want me to wait to do the damage or do it now?
Just roll the attacks first and then we'll do the damage.
Yeah, cool. So that's the first one, and then the second one... That's only a 12.
Second one will miss. Third one.
Yes.
Oh, actually, no, you get advantage. Sorry, my apologies. So that'll be your first attack. Second attack, so roll. Yep, so roll again. Because he's blinded.
So just did?
Roll again.
17?
Yep, one more time.
One more time, yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
So the 17 would have been the one that hit then.
Okay.
Oh, no!
No, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, he's got an advantage!
That's fine. This is the advantage. So this is the second attack on advantage. Now you've got one more attack.
Oh, okay.
So now roll the third one with advantage. All right, nice.
18.
And... All right, so that is 3 solid hits. So after Esther throws the grenade, it explodes in front of him. Argento, you just come in and you start wailing on him. One to the jaw, one to the body, one to the other side of the chin. As he starts rocking back and forth, he seems unstable on his feet. Roll your damage, and you can again do that in chat. Oh, sorry.
So if you want to pump up the damage, Argento, for each spell slot you burn above first level, you get an extra 8 on the smite.
Yeah, so I'm taking this one at second level, so I'll get 3d8 plus the original roll. So I get 9d8.
It's each attack you can choose which level you burn.
So I'll get so the first 2 I'll do second because I only have 2 second spell slots, so that'll be 68, and so I end up with like 8d8 extra.
Is that all?
on top of the 3.
Oh my gosh!
All right, well, tell us what you
do
get.
want me
You
to
just
roll
hit him
onto
with a
the track or
fireball.
onto the
I
chat.
just dropped a
Those are
volcano.
rookie numbers.
So you want me to put it on the actual combat tracker or roll into the chat for the damage?
Roll it. If you can roll it all into onto the actual troll, that'd be choice.
Yeah. That's the first one, second one, third one, and then I do 7 d8s. So how do I make 7 d8s?
So roll that one
Right
into
click?
roll that one into chat.
So what you do is you pick up a D8 and you can
Yep.
right-click it 6 more times, and it'll create it'll give you 7 dice.
Okay.
Like yeah, you hold it with the left and then right-click.
Yeah, there we go.
Indeed.
Wow.
So that ended up with 12.
You picked up the D10s there.
Those
Oh,
are-
Oh, that was
Yeah.
D10s.
Okay,
Oh.
yep. Try the
Good
D8s.
catch. I was like, wow, that's a lot. Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like all of them were under except for the 10. But
Oh, it's even better.
More damage!
All right.
alright.
So that's 24 plus 31, so 55, something like that.
Dang.
Okay. As Argento reaches and swings this massive uppercut with the hammer, you hear the sounds of bone snapping and sinew stretching as its head gets ripped clean off its body. It flies through the air and lands in the river, and with this huge lumbering belly sort of this headless troll lands on its knees and starts swinging wildly. Now I'm giving this a headless chicken percentage because that's what I'm making up right now. All right. 84, it misses because high rolls always favor my players. So it swings, and then it falls backwards and remains motionless. The head flies and lands in the river and floats downriver.
That was awesome.
Well done. That was a very, very overkill response, but sure. I guess I didn't even want to do damage. What are you talking about? I didn't even just.
He just showed up and like boom.
Yeah, this is it.
Shows violence.
Yeah.
Pick up
Oh,
every day.
yeah, absolutely.
See, I look to Esther and I say, see what happens when you don't let me kill on a regular basis.
We should
Just
Kill
destroy
someone?
things.
he takes his anger out on Gorgon.
Yeah, that's it. New house rule. For those of you watching in chat and for those of you clipping this video, I would like to now introduce and trademark officially what I like to call the headless chicken percentage. It is a percentage that is rolled for a character who has suffered from so much damage that their head has been removed from their body, and in turn, they're still gonna punch that dude anyway because headless chicken advantage. Unfortunately, my troll didn't make it. So, yeah.
We should go check the body really quick and just make sure he doesn't crawl away again.
I believe that that boat, or rather head, has already sailed.
Oh, yeah. Dang it.
All right. Now, as this
He'll
is
be back.
now, we are going to play our very, very first plot twist card, which comes, bam, straight from Dazzle. We're playing the greed card, and that means you guys are getting some loot. So I'm going to give you guys a choice. You guys have a choice of this. You may have either a magical item of your choice. A magical item for either weapon and armor of your choice. That is to say, someone can upgrade their suit of armor or may upgrade a weapon. Alternatively, you may go on the percentage roll to get a rare artifact or a completely useless artifact. Or you can take the grand old prize of straight up 50 gold pieces.
And is for each of us or just as a group?
As a group.
Okay.
So those are
I'm
the
gonna let
choices.
you guys
I like the
decide.
sound of the useless artifact.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it is a D100. It is a D100, and there is like 1% is like you get a stick, and like what like a 100% is like an orb of dragon kind. right? So it's got a wide swing.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
is an
we're
orb
gonna
of
look. What?
What is an orb of dragon kind?
It is
I
a
think you can control a dragon with it.
yeah. Basically, there are only ever one colored orb for every type of dragon, and if you have it in your possession, you command all dragons of that color.
No,
We could have an army of silver dragons.
I don't think we need a dragon controlling device of any kind. I don't see use for that.
Yeah, you never use it. Why would you ever use that?
I think the chat likes
I think
the
it's
rare,
metagaming
the
Argento. We don't
random
know what's
chance.
gonna get.
Everyone's like, Argento, you're not a real dragon. Stop acting like.
All right. So, what's the consensus?
All right.
Let's take a vote. Hands up for magic item upgrade.
For weapon armor?
Weapon or armor. So that'll be one of your weapons or armor will get upgraded. Hands up for the treasure, loot, just money. That's one.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
We
this is,
went out of order.
sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay. So number 2 is the magical artifact roll. Hands up for the magic artifact roll. Okay, that's unanimous.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So
I'm calling the stick if we get the stick. It's my
It only
stick.
works if we chant 100, because that's how my luck works.
Maybe if you throw it, I will fetch it for you. I don't know.
all right.
100.
All right. Here we go. Wheel of morality. Turn.
100.
I'd still be pretty happy with a stick.
Yeah.
very
Magical
true.
stick.
All right. Here we go. Good luck, guys.
Our stick.
All right. For those of you in the chat who are wondering how I'm generating this, I have a website that I use, which is called. It is called. Oh, it's called W. Actually, no. I'm just going to post it. Yeah, there we go. This is what I am using. It is rangen.com.uk, items and artigen. Okay. Now, I would like one person to roll a percentage, please.
Oh, sorry.
Esther, yes.
You guys want to get super lucky and let me do it, or no? Just kidding.
I also want to say I think it's very good that not very good, but it's fitting that we chose this one because it's like greedy for gambling.
That's true. That's very true.
Yes.
It's very, very appropriate. All right. Who's one person? Roll a percentage. First one, first come, first served. Go.
I think Bagag said he wants to do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Okay.
All right.
I'll blame those two.
No worry,
Yes.
Tasriel.
I'm totally fine with that.
Tasriel, you have a wonderful day, and all my love
Oh.
to your lovely daughter as well.
I'm gonna use my inspirational.
What? I mean, sure, if you must.
Yeah, free inspiration, and I get a even lower roll. Someone give me their inspiration.
You can't pass inspiration. All right, here we go.
No! Damn it. Well, we get a stick.
Nope. All right, here's what you get. Within the belt pouch of this particular troll happens to be a very small amulet. The amulet seems to be made of sterling silver and has a clasp that seems to be locked. There does not seem to be a key, but looks to be more like a puzzle, I guess. Who wishes to pick it up, if anyone?
I can
I'm
do
guessing
that.
some.
Esther,
Okay, you can.
as you pick it up, because you had recently, no, actually, no, that's fine. Esther, as you pick it up, the amulet feels very warm to your touch. But yes, you have a very pretty silver locket with a latch on it. Looking at the intricate details, it seems to be a bird of some kind.
What does the beak look like? Is it a
Like a peacock.
A peacock?
Yeah, like a peacock. It is not a
Nice,
peacock, though.
okay.
It just looks like one. The tail looks as though it is a raging flame that kind of licks behind the bird.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what this is.
All right.
I just look at her. It's like we match in a strange sort of way now.
Yeah.
You have the pulse, and I have
Yes. Fire and ice. I do
Oh.
like it.
By the way, Argento, you now feel super lethargically tired. Because after the spell ends, you just can't move or take an action.
I'm going to go lay down in the back of the wagon.
All right. You lay down
That was
quietly
fun.
in the back of the wagon. Esther, you return with the locket in tow. You may add that to your character sheet. It doesn't do anything in its current state. It just is. All right. Now, our heroes continue along the road, making their way towards Van Richten's tower. Now, all right, I'm going to ask my players to, out of respect for the chat, to not read the item as I post it in chat. I do trust all of you to do so. So I will tell everyone what exactly it is.
That is in Twitch chat. Or
In
in
Twitch
the,
chat. It's going to go in Twitch chat, yep.
Okay, I didn't know if you meant Fancy Grounds chat.
Everybody text really fast after he mentions that, because then it'll go far, and then I can come back into the chat. Otherwise, I'll just have to refresh it and get a new chat going for myself.
There you go. That is the artifact, as it were. Have a very, very good look at it, then flood the chat with Dead Aussie Gamer Love Hearts or something.
Yeah, and then I can come back.
Or just about how amazing the item is.
And they'll be like, oh, hey,
Even if
oh,
it's cursed.
no. Yeah.
All right.
But
Yeah.
I'll mention it later.
Okay, there you go. All right. So, back to it. I probably should have written down my notes. Where are my notes? Yes, there we go. All right. Sharing our map here.
That looks suspiciously like the witch's place. No, just kidding.
All right. Now,
Saw you moving the token. I was like, did you guys throw me out of the wagon on the way up? Jesus.
We hit a bump.
yeah, that's it. You just went
You
straight into the wagon.
We just threw you in there.
Okay.
Ah.
Now, our heroes make their way towards what looks to be a massive tower made of stone that rises and penetrates the very sky itself. It is only about 4 stories tall and has a small scaffold built into the side. It looks as though maybe it was partially constructed to spy on or break into the tower while it was otherwise impenetrable. It leads up to what could be a window, you're not entirely sure, but, you know, it's what you can see from the outside. In front, parked, seemingly discarded, is a wagon.
Is that our wagon?
It is not your wagon. Under layers of mud, this wagon sports a fresh coat of purple paint. Its wheels have a fancy golden trim, and a brass lantern hangs from each corner. Red drapes seem to cover a tombstone-shaped window on each side, and a steel padlock secures the back door, hanging from which is a very cheap sign carved in old wood, reading, "Keep Out." Underneath that is another sign swinging in the wind, saying, "Yes, this means you."
I'm wondering if I'm gonna keep out of the wagon or keep out of the tower.
Mm.
Does it happen?
Sign's on the wagon.
Both, maybe?
What?
What was that, Esther?
Does it happen to look like any of the caravan wagons of the Vistani?
It does not. But there is definitely some Vistani objects and trinkets near and on this this particular wagon.
Okay. But the
Both?
wagon itself is not, it doesn't look like it's part of the caravan.
That is correct.
Does it look like it's been sitting here for a while, or does it look like it's kind of,
Definitely look like it's been sitting here for a while.
okay. Mm.
Well, I'll go and knock on the door of the tower.
Very well. All right. First of all, I'd like to give a very special shout out and thank you to Mr. Fish Vlogs Thank you for coming and checking us out, dude. And of course, to let everyone know who is new to the chat, first of all, welcome, guys. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. I run tabletop role-playing game things. We are playing Curse of Strahd, the D&D 5th edition adventure, with this group of wonderful people who support me on Patreon. They are currently playing level 6 characters, and in order, we have Neil playing Vagag, the Goliath Wizard Chronomancer, Charles playing Argento, our Dragonborn Paladin, Tim playing Demira, our Satyr Bard, and Esther playing our Changeling Cleric. So that is the team, and currently they're at a mysterious tower, hoping to find clues as to how to defeat Strahd. Now, Demiro, as you make your way forward and eventually come to the front door, the door that you see in front of you appears thusly. There is, of course, a door knocker that you can see in order to rap on the door, and sure enough, as you take hold of it, you can knock on the door. There, however, does not seem to be any particular latch or the like, but you can see on the bottom right. I mean, let me see if I can highlight this for you guys. There appears to be the doorknob, as it were. If you guys can see that. Yeah?
Yeah.
There you go. Cool.
Yep.
So that appears to be the doorknob as such. It's made of wood, and it looks like kind of like a twist and a push type deal.
Yeah. There's no answer.
There is no answer.
We're gonna go over to the wagon and check that out. See if you can find anything in there.
All right, make a perception check as you approach the wagon.
Man's doing a dance. Whatever it is.
13.
All right. With a 13, the wagon itself seems to be secured and locked with no visible way in except for the door at the back. It is well secured, but for the time being, you beyond it, you can't really access it.
Okay. Wagon is locked. Unless we want to check it out, I don't think.
It's a Tim. I'd recognize that muffled voice anywhere.
I pull open the bag and pull out.
It is I, Murray Murrayson. And I couldn't help but overhear your predicament with my lacking of ears. You say you seek a way into the caravan before you? Well, bow down, peasants, for I have a way. The window is small, and Murray is small. I can sneak in through the window and unlock the door.
You don't have hands.
Yes, what?
You
How are
don't
you
have
gonna
hands.
unlock it?
I am a skull of great power. What are you re-rolling? Why are you donating re-rolls? No one's rolling anything. Calm down, Jasmine. Calm down. Okay? No one's re-rolled. No.
They're giving Murray rerolls for the door.
Well, tell us who you want to give the re-roll to. Then we'll chalk it up. The perception roll. Oh, okay. Well, I suppose. Very well. Vagag, you have another perception check. Go, make it. Hurry up. Do it now.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay.
And thank Jasmine.
Thank you, Jasmine.
That's right.
Ooh, 18.
Better.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Jasmine. Awesome.
Well, you see exactly the same thing, but you do see something different. You now see that there is indeed a locking mechanism that you believe you could be able to access in order to use thieves' tools or the like in order to unlock the latch. It would still require a check, but you can, of course, do that at your leisure. Also, welcome, Pitbull. It is good to see you, dude. And let me tell you how things work here. You are not an audience member. You are actually behind the GM screen with me. So if you want to use channel points, if you want to throw out suggestions in chat, or if you want to donate to the channel, you actually take the GM seat with me, and we get to do some cool stuff. Yeah, like I think we've done everything from like giving people inspiration to like creating audience NPCs. So yeah, definitely stick around. All right, where was I? Yes. Okay, fine. So you saw the latch. Yeah, big deal.
Want to say something cool, Murray?
What?
All right, so I'm gonna take the water from my water skin, pull it out using shape water. I'm gonna
You know it's
through the
steel,
window-
right? You can't
No, I'm
just
just-
pour water on it and break the. Sheesh! I thought
not breaking anything.
wizards were supposed to be smart.
Put him back in
He
the bag.
does-
Ah,
he does
no,
have a
no, wait, I'm
magical
sorry.
break
I'm
the-
sorry.
All right, I pull him back out. I pull him back out. What was that?
It's so hard to breathe in there, even though I don't have lungs. All right. Also, by the way, All Things Fantasy has redeemed a a group inspiration. So everyone gains another inspiration. So Vigag, you gain your inspiration back. And let's give everyone a second one. Now, keeping in mind, guys, your inspiration multipliers do not stack. So anything that you have stacking by the end of the show will reset at the beginning of the next. We have also received a $10 donation from Pure Bull Fit. Nice to see you, dude. And for that $10, we are going to afford you the following. You may now grant a person of your choice, if you wish, a hero point. Now, this hero point will give them either a +8 bonus before they roll, a +4 bonus after they roll to any check that they make. They can also get advantage or disadvantage, which they can apply to themselves or a target of their choice. Alternatively, we can create a flashback scene. Now, a flashback scene works very similar to plot twists, where something happens in our player's history, where you draw a random card, and something happens in the plot to one of these particular characters. You get to pick which character, of course. But yes, you can choose. You can either have a flashback, or you can give someone a hero point. Take your pick, and that's what we'll have. All right. So
while they're trying to get into the wagon that says "keep out,"
yep.
I'm going to try to see if this door will unlock if I do the dance pattern that's shown on the door. It's like,
He's gonna play DDR.
All right. Now, Tim, now, I'm afraid, Tim, there's only one way to actually do this, and that is you have to actually do it. So, I mean.
Do
I just did it.
All right. Also, Demiro, you have been granted a hero point for your beard game. So let me get the hero point thing here real quick.
Argento's like, "Are you having a fit, Demiro? Are you okay? What's?"
He just looks like.
Well, yes, I guess it does look a bit strange without the music. I'll sing a song at the same time.
Yes.
All right. Very well. In which case, Demiro, aka Tim, you're gonna have to actually do the actions that you wish to do.
So I'm going to start from the.
No. You have to do it. I have to watch. I have to watch you do it. You've got arms.
But you've zoomed in.
Yeah, no. Step back. I mean, I can see you. Keep going back. Keep going back.
Pull up
Back
my
up.
warhammer.
Back up a bit. Yeah. Yeah. You're good. You're good. All right. So that's what you're doing. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. The symbol glows.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So hold on. Wait. So real quick. You're doing the reverse of what you're seeing, or you're doing the identical.
Sorry?
Are you doing the reverse of the image, or are you doing the identical?
I can't even tell which side I was doing then.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was doing. Because keeping in mind, my camera for the video it might be flipped, so I just want to be clear as to what you're actually doing.
Well, because there's no indication on this that shows it's like mirrored or anything, and for all I know, the men might be standing sideways.
Very true.
So I'm just doing. I look. So I have my right arm up and left down, according to the bottom middle token.
I mean,
guy.
if you really want to be nitpicking
Okay,
about
yep.
looking at the details, you could look at if it's carved in. Where does it look like the indentation starts, and where does it look
It
like?
might not be that complex. So.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go that.
Cool. So,
I like clues.
All right, so let me get Demira that hero point real quick. There we go. That is.
Murray, this cart have been here for a long time. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure they wouldn't miss their stuff. Oh, okay.
There we go. All right, there it is. Little hero point for
Nice.
actually. I should probably, God, where am I going? Stay still. Oh my God, what am I doing?
yeah, I think
What am I doing?
The video is flipped.
Yeah, okay, so the video is flipped. Okay, so you're copying it. All right, cool. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So Demira goes, huh. Then Demira goes, huh. Nope, other way. Huh, there we go. Okay, then what does Demira do?
And then he goes, huh, straight out.
Straight out?
Yeah.
Okay. Then?
And then, huh, both bent down.
Huh. Okay.
And then, huh.
Huh. Yep.
He's just holding his head.
And then the opposite up and down. And I did the first time.
Huh.
And then straight out again.
Huh.
And then down. Both down.
Huh. All right, there we go. All right. All right. As you do this, the door seems to illuminate, light up, and then shudder. As it does, you hear the sounds of a latch unlocking from within. And you've opened the door. Well done. All right. Let me see. Is there an open door thing? Here we go.
Ooh,
All right.
sounds magical.
That does sound magical. I like that. That's awesome. All right. So,
I also love. I know I've watched too much Avatar. Whenever the second I saw any like pose, I was like, "That's a dance." I've seen.
you can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. Speaking of leaving behind, all right. Dance friend and enter. Yeah, that's right. Gandalf starts breaking down some moves in front of the. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I should have. Okay.
All right. Now.
Dance, friend, and enter.
Yeah.
All right. The Gog. Now you are still. You mentioned you were pouring water onto the lock. For the wagon.
No, I was gonna pull water into the air, form it around the lock, and then like turn it to ice so it's like got a solid.
Yep.
And I was going to use the ice to like move the lock up and move it, so I'd have something to grab onto. If you know what I'm talking. Like here's the lock. I formed the ice around the like latch part, so I have instead of it just being water and going through it, I would turn it to ice so that I could actually move it up and slide it around.
Oh,
I think you're thinking of like just a.
yeah, you're thinking of a latch. It's an actual padlock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an actual padlock.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have to break.
never mind then.
I'm waiting.
I throw him into the roof. No, just kidding.
You hear a.
Okay, show us what you got, Dust.
Oh yeah! Behold the power of Murray.
Well, while you're playing around there, Vigard, the tower is open. And if you really want into the wagon, then I could,
Okay, library.
Open it with magic for you.
Oh, okay.
All right, you kind of you kind of leave Murray behind. All right, and you head towards the tower. Now,
we want Murray. He's in the wagon, so.
I just leave him there.
Leave Murray in the wagon.
All right. So now, let's see. Do I have really cool spooky music?
I wonder if I can come back.
All right, here we go.
I'm Murray.
The flagstone floor here is strewn with debris. A few old crates stand near the eastern wall, and a torn curtain to the south partially obscures the tower's vestibule. A 5-foot square indentation in the center of the room contains a pulley, 4 of them in fact, attached to taut iron chains that stretch upwards through a similar-sized hole in the rotten wooden ceiling. Standing next to the chains appears to be 4 colossal, well, I say colossal, but really big, should I say, clay statues. They stand at attention, and as you enter, their eyes, even though their eyes are made of clay, seem to follow you as you move.
Spooky. Hello.
I kind of pull us to the side before we go in. I forgot. We should probably let Sir Lancelot know that we're not coming back.
We're on the way back.
We're on the way back, but not the way he thinks.
Also, speaking of really big, real quickly, I'd like to give a big shout out to Crag, son of Horus. Literally the biggest dude I know. Who is also a very awesome and wonderful performer. He does Mario Kart and some cool stuff over on his channel. And of course, if you ever get the chance to, go watch Dragons and Things and go see his character Crag. Amazing dude. So there you go. Also, hi Serum. Okay, so you've pulled them aside. You've said that maybe it's a good idea to let the friend of ours that we left in Strahd's castle yesterday probably know that we're okay and we're not coming straight back. Thinking about it for a second, you realize, okay, well, yeah, probably a good idea, and probably one that I'm gonna say in retrospect you guys would have done before you took a long rest and had a feast yesterday. So if you have the message spell, you may abso-freaking-lutely send him a message.
I
It
think
didn't work last time.
Oh yeah, it didn't
We
work.
did.
No, that's right. No, you can't send him a message. What am I even talking about? Yeah, never mind.
That's why I thought it might work now.
No, it
because
doesn't.
we're
Shush,
outside of
Vigog.
the town.
Stop wasting spells. All right, Esther, you were
Oh,
saying.
wasting spells, a beast part.
Esther, you were saying.
Okay. I kind of got lost with you with that, but okay. So we have entered, and there's the four statues are on one side, or are they sort of encircling?
Each of the statues are encircled around the center area. It looks like there might be an elevator or platform that would be raised and lowered by the chains, and these clay golems look to be the operators of said chains.
Oh, too much elevators in this modern format.
That's one too many elevators.
Okay.
So there's no answer.
Yeah.
No, there is no answer from within.
Oh, well, we're not entering the wagon, so I suppose we enter the tower.
I've entered the wagon! +1 for Murray!
Did you guys hear something?
Maybe we should go in and we just close the door behind us. I'll head in.
Very well. You make your way deep within, and again, you see the room as previously described to you. The golems seem to look at you.
Okay, I'll hop onto the platform.
There is no platform here. You look up, you can see now.
What is it?
Now you can actually, it's like a little divot, as it were.
Okay,
But as you
divot.
step there, you can actually look up, and now you can actually see a very clear tunnel that eventually leads to what you can see to be a platform higher above.
Ah. Okay, I will ask the golems to lower the platform. Down, please.
Down. Ooh, I wonder if Sirenscape has a sound for lowering the... Oh. No? Too much to ask for?
4 golems
Oh,
lowering
no,
an
here we go,
elevator.
here we go. I got it. Check it out. Nice. That's a tasty sound. All right. So that is the noise you hear as the golems all seem to grab hold and lower the platform. Eventually, this wooden elevator clicks down and fits into the divot almost perfectly, and they stand once again at the ready.
Well, I guess we head up.
1 second. And then I'm gonna run over to the wagon through the
I know
window.
you guys said you're right behind me, but that's a little too
And-
far behind.
Use shape water to pick up Murray's head and bring it back through the window.
What am I going? Well,
You're coming with us.
But you're all gonna die.
Then you'll die with us. Although you're already dead. so-
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Throw him into the room.
All right. Ego.
I'm guessing by the size of the crates and the golems and things, we would all fit on that platform.
Yeah, you would. You are a lot smaller than the tokens allow you to see, but yeah. All right.
This is a tower for ants.
Bah.
All right.
We're just
Very well. You all step onto the onto the platform. Esther, yes.
I asked because so I say, actually, Murray, have you been to this area before?
Well, I do know this area to be the far western side of Barovia. I know that it is
Say
ruled.
no, Murray.
What?
Just say no.
No. Why am I saying no? Oh, no. Well, I was going to say that this tower used to belong to a strange and bizarre wizard. Yes, someone who specialized in magic that allowed creatures and people to be transported from one place to another. It was said that...
Van Richten?
No, what? Who? Shut up.
Ah.
It was... It was another. A person by the name of Kazan. That is why it's called Kazan's Tower. See on the map? Right there? Yes.
Why do we have a map that says Van Richten's Tower?
Well,
Because someone defaced your regular map. Duh! Anyway, Kazan was a great and powerful wizard. And he indeed made himself quite useful at the arts of conjuration magics. Also animating golems. Hey, big fella. Up. Down. Up. Down.
So I guess I'm holding Murray at the moment.
Yeah, I'll hand him over.
Hello.
Because as on the platform, I say, if you did meet this man, perhaps I could do something to see that memory.
What?
It's if I still have my hero, because I don't know I don't think I've used my hero point yet.
You have not, no.
Okay.
From Murray's tale, he was describing what was here, not that he had met the person.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if he had met and had any like visual knowledge, then I would have. But if not,
sure. He will describe to you, and I will allow you to use the hero point for that. That's not a problem. He will describe to you what is effectively a rather strange-looking, let's say Middle Eastern-looking gentleman that specialized in had lots of heavy robes, carried lots of powders and incense and smelling salts and whatever kind of weird stuff, and ultimately, just kind of describes this very bizarre, exotic-looking spellcaster. All right, now, with a single word from Vagag, the elevator rises to the second.
A lot more strain.
To the second floor. All right. The second floor is a dusty and cobweb-filled room that is apparently empty, save for the floor, which is partially rotted. You believe that there was once a hole where the elevator would go up and down, but ever since the rotting, most of the floor seems to have fallen away here. You can't really see anything from where the elevator is.
Does it seem like it would go up more?
Yes, there is another floor. All right. And once again, with that very, very inspiring word. All right. Time and the elements have all but destroyed this chamber, leaving a gash in the northwest wall. Slimy black mildew hangs on this floor, and the wooden floor beneath you has almost completely rotten, beginning to fall in many places. The chains here seem to be attached to the ceiling, but there is yet one final place to go. A stairwell that leads to a trap door in the ceiling here, and a rickety scaffold that leaves the safety of the stone walls of the tower and veers outside before heading upwards.
Down. Their golems are confused now.
Nope. Nope. You head back to the second floor. Esther sits there, like, furrowing her eyebrows, just like, God damn it, Vagag.
Argento is just amused. This is kind of fun.
All right. As you say, up. All right, I'm gonna, you know what? No, I'm done. Bam! Eric!
I was gonna, when it gets up, I was gonna hop on and go down.
All right, Eric.
Down.
All right, Eric. We are playing bad news. Unfortunately, the amount of times that this elevator has gone up and down in its current state has caused for some calamities. I need a percentage check from someone in the audience, right? Someone in the audience, you guys, you roll me a percentage right now. Right now, keeping in mind, higher favors my players, lower favors my plans. I want to hear from you guys. Tell me who rolls a percentage. Tell me what we get. Let's do it.
It'll be the first number we see.
All right, here we go.
7.
That's a 7.
Uh-oh.
All right, 7%. All right. There's a loud clanking sound. 12, 37, yeah, it literally seems to be that this is the case. All right, a large clanging sound occurs. The chains seem to tie in a knot in the pulley, and as it does so, you hear a grunting sound coming from below. The platform suddenly becomes unstable, and I need you guys to roll me a dexterity saving throw. Let's see.
How far is it to the next landing from where we stopped?
You are you're halfway. You could probably leap up and grab hold of the third floor of the third floor if you were to jump. But let me just let me get through this real quick. Let's see. Come on. Dramatic, scary music.
Would you like us to roll dexterity checks, you said?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, sure. I'll roll dex.
All right.
16. Nice. Wow.
All right, here we go. This should work, maybe. I don't know.
did we all get another inspiration a minute ago?
You do have an inspiration.
Yeah.
Or you all still have an inspiration active if you want to use it.
I'm using it now. Yeah, help with the risk here, I guess. Yeah.
Oh.
Nice. That is a good
Anyone
recovery.
that doesn't get a 20 fails.
Yeah, 20 fails. Sorry, it's terrible. Unlucky.
Horrible.
Too
We
bad.
got 2 natural 20s. Dang.
Very cool. All right, Esther,
Awesome.
you are the only person, unfortunately, to have failed.
Oh.
Oh. How hard.
All right.
I don't. Well, God. How many times did you say up and down?
Okay. So
Oh, yeah.
currently, our heroes find themselves between the second and the third floor as the level literally just suddenly shifts. As it does so, Esther, you find yourself slipping and sliding onto the second floor. You reach up to try and grab the others, but Vagag, Argento, and Demiro, you manage to grab on to a chain each. The chain that slips, Esther, you try to grab onto, but it starts to fall as well. As you hit very hard the second floor, I need you to make me another dexterity saving throw.
Better.
It is not enough. You still have one last inspiration if you want to use it.
Oh, I do?
Yes.
Sorry.
No, because Wolven gave us the second one. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
If you okay.
This is why Pangog shouldn't be in control of anything. So.
Oh, Oh my god.
Ooh!
Oh no. All right. So, the first fall was okay. You took 4 points of damage as you hit the floor. However, that floor then breaks yet again. I'm gonna move these guys out, and you continue to fall. I need another. Oh wow! There are rerolls coming in. Esther, you get another.
Wow, nice.
Esther, you get another reroll.
Nice.
And of course, we will turn Calendria's one into a inspiration for Esther if that fails.
Can I use?
Third natural 20.
Third.
Well,
But that would have been the first one or the second?
anyone without 20 fails.
Oh man, that's funny. Oh, you just needed one. You needed a 21. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You just need a 21. All right. Thank you very much to All Things Fantasy and to Calendria. Now, Calendria, you can choose, because you're the mod, so I mean, I guess you can do this. You can either redeem that 1,500, or you can give Esther an inspiration, because Esther is currently out of inspiration. Or anyone of your choice, really. I think everyone, is more or less out. All right. Now, the others are now swinging back and forth on this platform. It is about a 5-foot jump up to grab the floor just above where you guys are. You're kind of like stuck between the second and third floor. The golems, however, have not figured out what's going on, and they're just like, so the platform is still shaking.
The platform's still shaking.
Indeed.
Go ahead, Buddha.
Oh, so I'm going to say, you guys stay here. I'm going to go get her. I'm going to cast the spell.
I'll leap up to the next floor while I was doing that.
Athletics check for Demiro.
And I'm going to cast Fly on myself.
All right. I need you to make me a dexterity save, Vagag.
What, to cast Fly?
Yeah, because you need both hands to use somatic components. And you also need, ironically, 2 hands to keep yourself on the slanted platform that's falling away.
Oh, true. Well, I'm going to use my reroll.
If that doesn't jump far enough,
Can I not?
I can add a D8 from Mirthful Leaps to add an extra D8 of foot.
Yep, you may do so. Vagag, this is your final reroll.
Yep. Okay, so... That's a natural 20!
What is with these rerolls?
Yeah!
Yes.
Look, I'm just like...
I mean, I guess. Sure, fine, why not?
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll let you live. All right, you cast Fly upon your person, and your body begins to hover, levitating off the ground. Demiro, with your extra +5, you do manage to leap up and grab onto the platform above, pulling yourself onto the 3rd floor. Esther.
Just asking, with the natural 20, is it okay if then I am able to hold on to Murray, or would I have lost hold?
Oh, no, yeah, that's fine. I'd imagine you could hang on to Murray. That's not a problem.
Unless you didn't want to.
Yeah.
You said they're still trying to move the platform. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. They are still trying to raise.
So
It seems like they're still trying to raise it.
So while I'm holding on, if I yell out "stop," stop, does it do any? Does it make them stop?
In fact, 100% it does.
All right, cool. So now we're just hanging there, right?
Correct.
Sort of.
So, to give you guys an idea of how the platform is currently suspended, I'm going to use my magic coin. This, by the way, is a great little collector coin that I got from, I think, Fable 3. Love this coin. It's my favorite coin. All right. So, the platform should be like that, just kind of flat. However, what's happened is one of the 4 edges has gotten caught and is now unmoving. So, it's kind of tilted like that. When they've said stop, they've just kind of left it as is. So currently you're no longer sort of having this thing sort of rocking back and forth, but
Yeah.
it is now just stationary, but on that kind of heavy slant.
All right. And Vergog, you've transformed. Is that correct?
I didn't transform. I'm just floating now. I was
Yeah.
figured I could go fly down to Esther
Okay.
and fly her up with me. Like I could carry her up.
Well, then can I climb up the chain up to the 3rd floor? Is that
You're on mute.
possible?
Absolutely. You may make an athletics check to climb the chain as you attempt to get higher.
Golem, Michael, I should have said.
Were you calling me a golem? Oh, I'm gonna kill your character. Oh, I'm gonna murder that guy.
Speak. No, he's dead.
Yeah, all right, go on.
That's a 16.
Okay, with a 16, you climb up with no problem, and Vigard, you fly down to grab Esther. So long as Esther does not resist, easy. You can grab hold and fly up. Now, yep. Sorry, Esther, you can go. I need to. Yep, I need to find this other thing, but that's fine. Carry on.
Kind of, maybe just out of a bit of habit or just, something like that. She just kind of looks down through the cracks of the floor of the second floor down to the golem and says, I'm sorry about all this mess.
They
just like
they just sort of look up at you. They're just sort of looking up.
Yeah, just to say it, just because that was interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, our heroes once again find themselves on that third floor. Let's get this spooky music going again. As they do so, let's start from Demiro. Demiro, what would you like to do?
Well, I'll so everyone's up. I've already moved my map.
All right. So by this stage,
So
everyone is on that third floor.
everyone's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll head out to the scaffolding.
All right. Yeah, you don't weigh that much. That is fine. All right. You make your way up the scaffold. As you leave the confines of the building, you find yourself confronted by a rushing wind. It is heavy and blows, and you could see the entire scaffold you stand on seems to waft and shake in the wind as you step out onto the landing here.
If you guys want, I could just fly up to the last floor one by one. I mean, assuming I can carry one at a time.
I mean, I also have the slippers. So.
Yeah. My spell lasts for 10 minutes, so...
So can I climb up? Or is there just like a ladder going up or something?
Yeah, there's a ladder. There's a ladder going up.
Okay.
All right. You
Keep
climb
heading up.
carefully as the ladder creaks and a chill seems to wash past you and down your neck. I need a perception check from you, Tim.
Who's Tim?
Don't worry, Demiro, if you fall, I'll catch you.
Domiro.
Esther Argento, do you want me to just fly you up through the center?
Performance.
All right.
Perception's the same anyway.
Nope, that is fine. All right, you find yourself at the trap door. It resists you for a moment as you push and eventually gives way. And you find another scaffold that leads you to the undercroft. As you enter this chamber, unlike the levels before, this room shows sign of recent habitation. Though the place reeks of mold and mildew, it has plenty of creature comforts, including cozy bed, a desk with matching chair, bright tapestry, a large iron stove, and plenty of wood to feed it. Light enters the room through an arrow slit in one of the walls, and dirt-caked windows and shutters seem to block any other forms of illumination. Other features of this room include a wooden chest and a standing suit of armor. You can also see that there is a small table that seems to have remained intact, with what looks to be just torn and broken documents that seem to be scattered around the place.
Hello?
No response.
I think at this point we probably would have followed behind him.
I'll hop up, but I'll call back down. There doesn't seem to be anyone home.
Are there any windows on the third floor that would look at the wagon?
Yeah, you can lean out next to where the scaffold is and see the wagon. I need you to make me a perception check.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, gotta get rid of that inspiration. There we go. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay.
All right. As you look out, what you see terrifies you. By the wagon, sniffing around, are several large, hulking creatures who seem to be smelling around the wagon. They seem to look at each other and growl menacingly. As they turn, they seem to walk towards the door to the tower. And as they do, one of them leans backwards. 1 second. One of them leans backwards and looks up the tower, almost as if trying to spy you. Esther, what do you do?
Sorry?
What do you do as it's looking around?
Okay, if it's looking for us, so is it able to look through the cracks to see us at this point?
No, not at all. So you dive behind, do you duck back behind the wall?
Yeah. Are y'all still, did y'all go up or are y'all still here?
Demira's gone
I'd
up.
say we're still here.
Yeah, Demira's gone up.
Yeah.
You guys are on floor 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I do try to like stay out of line of sight if there is any way for them to look up through the cracks, and then I'm just kind of like motioning to the others.
Okay. And as this happens, you hear a sound breaking through the quiet. And with the sounds of frantic paws entering the tower, that is where we're going to end today's session. All right.
I thought that might have been the sound of someone falling off the top of the tower.
No, that's let's see.
I'll have to remember I still have my fly going, so yeah.
I believe that is... Nope. Oh, maybe it's a different neck. I know that I've got the Wilhelm scream somewhere. Somewhere. Can't remember where. Yeah. There you go. All right. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today for this wonderful adventure. We hope that you had a great time. This has been Curse of Strahd, and I have been Michael, the Dead Aussie Gamer. These wonderful people are my Patreons. They support my channel, and as such, they get to enjoy these wonderful games. If you, too, are interested in joining one of my sessions, then come check us out. I don't know if that works. Does it? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, come check us out on Patreon. Yeah, it's pretty reasonable as a price, mostly because we stream it. So there you go. Now, guys, as always, we're going to end with our most memorable moments of today's game. We're also going to invite our lovely audience to give us feedback, to throw out any suggestions, or even ask any questions of myself or my players. And yeah, then we'll go raid someone. Also, thank you very much to our new follower. Nope, it's just Dan. Now, I'm just going to ask this. Is this Dan like Phil's Dan, or is it just a different Dan? Because I know a guy named...
It's just Dan.
Yeah, the thing is, I know it's just Dan, but you know, Phil's Dan is also a Dan. I mean, if this is Phil's Dan, I want to say hi, but, you know, I mean, I'd still say hi if it's any Dan, but look, I'm getting sidetracked here, okay? So, memorable moments. Vagag, go.
My favorite moment was definitely when we kind of planned out the plot of from where we were to go to Ravenloft. Like, it's like we're going to this castle first, and then we're kind of deciding on where to go from there. We kind of discussed it as a team. Those moments are always fun just because, you know, you get to talk as a group more to plan out what your next move is, you know. So that was definitely an enjoyable moment today. Just talking
Nice.
to the group. Yeah.
No, I'm glad that you got to enjoy that as well. Like sometimes I think with games especially that have a high tension or high like horror vibe, you definitely want to give moments for your players to catch their breath, to kind of figure out what they want to do next and wing it from there. So yeah, I'm glad that you were able to do that today. Argento, memorable moment?
Yeah, kind of similar to Neil there. I think for me it's probably the first time in a while that we've actually adventured unknowingly into territories. You know, we were in the castle for so long, although it was unknown, but this was sort of that first time we got back to what we originally had done, where get on a wagon, we head out, which way are we going? We come across a troll and sort of have a bit of a fight with it. And,
Whoop its ass.
you know, we end up going somewhere. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think
it'll come back.
I think at the end, for me today was just getting back to that, I guess, original sort of adventurer spirit of point the wagon in a direction, head there, and see what sort of comes about as we make our way sort of back to Ravenloft. So
Yeah, no.
Argento got to release his rage.
Yeah, because you guys had spent a few weeks diving dungeons in Ravenloft. So
yeah.
So yeah, no, it is a good change of pace. I agree. I think that's awesome. Domiro.
I think my favorite part is just watching the guy morph into a kind of a version of Homer Simpson. It's like, blah, blah, enter. Ooh, enter. I will. And lift goes up, lift goes down, lift goes up, lift goes down.
Yep, the most intelligent member of the party, people. No, you know what? Sometimes you got to remember, right? We are not doing, and I'm going to say this to everyone watching the stream right now. If you learn nothing from me throughout your life, you're doing something right. But more importantly, if you learn nothing else from me, here is my thoughts. D&D, any kind of tabletop role-playing, is not a simulator of life. It is not supposed to be this very serious, thespianic, real-life generator of what is going to be happening, right? So Vagog, as a character, might be really, really intelligent, might be, very, very wise, very learned, very scholarly, but that does not define how Neil has to play. Neil is going to play what's going to be fun, and that's the nature of it. We're here to have fun. We're here to have a good time. Things like that may be chaotic, maybe a bit silly, but it's fun, it's entertaining, and it's why we're here and why we're doing stuff. So always remember that, guys. Don't ever get into the habit of being like, this character is a wizard. Why are they being, this particular way? It's like, no, they're that way because they're fun and it's great and it's.
That's why I was looking at the door symbols twice just to make sure it wasn't the YN symbols.
Nice, I like it. No, that was cool, and it was very well figured out as well. Very quickly figured out, and I'm really glad that you did because the traps for that are instant kills basically. Had you failed it. So there you go. Esther, it is your turn. Memorable moments.
I think I kind of had two. One was how we basically all just gave Argento the best possibility to absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Nova Strike.
Yeah, you all just. Yeah, you all just like super buffed Argento and then just wham.
Argento's like, so that's what it feels like.
Yes, I can beat Strahd.
Whenever he came back in one chip.
By myself, yes.
In one hit.
But one part was because it reminded me in a funny way of like of going up against someone in like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, so you're very much under like it's very not matched power wise, but and then just like when because I've been in that fight before for Mortal Kombat, just like oh great, thank you. But I enjoyed it because of the synergy that we were even if it wasn't something that we had coordinated before, we were just able to kind of just like make the best path almost impromptu because we, as I said, didn't coordinate, but just like able to read what we wanted to do.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And you know what? Sometimes that's, just being able to be open and transparent about certain stuff is a GM's best friend. ultimately, I want you guys to make a decision. I don't want you guys to play mystery of, oh, I don't know where you're going, what's behind door number 1. I don't want to confuse you for no apparent reason. For me, even the art of not knowing information is a part of being a good GM. So, I'm glad you were able to enjoy that. Let's read some of these comments here. Let's see. Eric.
Recreated Super Argento.
All right, Eric. It's a pretty awesome experience. Michael is a fantastic GM and always works to make sure everyone has a good time. I'd still be in his games if my life hadn't taken my time. You know what? I miss you incredibly, dude. Both at the table and away. Eric, by the way, for those of you who don't know, is one of my oldest fans. Both because he's very old. No, I'm teasing. No, Eric's been around for so long, and he's a really good friend, and I regret the fact that that life has us on other ends of the world, because I reckon he and I would just be hanging out all the time. So do miss you, buddy. And you know what? The second you tell me that you've got time, I'll squeeze you in until any of my games. Ardana, favorite moment was what's his face? The skull? Wait, he doesn't have a face. Good one. I like that. That's exactly the kind of joke. Hey, stay off my gig, okay? Skull puns are all I've got, okay? Back off.
Oh, now he's got a bone to pick with you.
You too! All right.
I can't wait to bring Ethan back.
All right. Ardana also enjoyed Headless Chicken Percentage. Yeah, I'm going to like that. Mythweaver says it's always good, fun to enjoy a good virtual and real life. Yep, absolutely. Bard has int 1820 charisma. No one believes that my character was a farm girl. That's very true. Dazzles gifted Eric a sub.
Wow.
Daz, you are... Words escape me. You are wonderful and amazing, and thank you so much for that, for gifting our lovely Eric a sub. The William Scream is in Tavern Brawl. Thank you for pointing that out. I will keep that. I'll bookmark it. All right, cool. Well, that brings us to the end, guys. Thank you once again for joining us. You will have a chance to chat with me during the credit sequence, but for now, let's say farewell to our players as we queue up our raid.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Yep, okay, so let's go here, and then let's go... Bloop! All right, there we go. I think we just need to refresh this because for some reason it doesn't work, but whatever. All right, so yeah, thank you guys for joining us. As always, it's really a massively a great pleasure to have you guys. Look, if you have joined us for the first time, I really hope you enjoyed this game. I love playing D&D. It's actually my full-time job. Apart from playing here, I play for a local youth center, hanging out with children, teaching young people RPGs, because I think that there's so much that RPGs gives to the world and to people, and it's always super important for me to be able to give that back in some way. So when people watch my games, I'm all about you guys having the best kind of time. So thank you for being a part of this stream. Thanks to all these people for supporting the channel in any and all kinds of ways, from the subscribers to the followers to the subscriptions, everything, guys. And of course, Pure Bull Fit. Thank you for the donation and for the hero point. Hopefully we will see you guys back here next week. But in the meantime, we do have a couple of other shows coming up. We have what do we have? We have Saturday. We have a show on with Phoenix Wacky on his channel where I will be playing a tiny hedgehog because that's what I'm doing. I am playing a tiny hedgehog. So be sure to go and check out Phoenix's channel. If you want, please head over to our Discord channel because that is where you'll find all the information about when I go live and when I do stuff, mostly because I'm actually quite terrible at keeping my own schedule, so there's that. And of course, if you guys want to come and check us out on other social medias and the like, do be sure to go follow us on YouTube where I give advice videos and other places where I do, like all that stuff. I've got Facebook, I got Twitter, I got all these other things. And I've even got a channel where all of the Curse of Strahd stuff stays live. And always never be afraid to ask and say hi because, I'm always happy to meet new people. All right, very special thank you to our sponsors, Hero Forge, who allow us to make these really, really pretty and cool artworks that we use for our characters and for monsters, as well as for Sirenscape for the beautiful noises and the music that you heard tonight, and Fantasy Grounds for the virtual tabletop experience that we now all enjoy. In the meantime, however, we are now going to go and raid Fourth Culture, which is a group of Southeast Asian performers who also do tabletop role-playing. I think they're doing Game Prep or Midweek Madness, so it's a bit of a crapshoot as to what we're going to get, but we're going to give them all of the support with our Dead Aussie raids. So for those of you who are our subscribers, we have a raid emote chain there, which is raid hard or die trying. And of course, for those of you who do not have the subscription, we have the raiding from the crypt. So be sure to throw them in there as soon as we jump in. So that's pretty much it from me. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, as always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Good night.